Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the SOULKATION podcast. I am your host, Logan Renee. Today, we're going to talk about heartbroken and tired of feeling that way. Like if you're sick of sitting around being sad, this episode is definitely for you. Make sure you go back and listen to how you end up heartbroken. Listen to part 1 and part 2 because I shared 2 resources that saved me from being super depressed after a breakup. Number 1, some of y'all need to go cry. You need to go cry. Cry me a river. Justin Timberlake said it best. Cry me a river. Okay? She ain't been in the choir in a minute, but she has a note left in her, okay? Some of y'all need to go cry, real talk. I'm playing, but I'm serious. A lot of women, for some reason, we're taught, hold it in, be strong, be the rock of your family, don't let anybody see you sweat. Well, that's killing a lot of us too, Allow yourself to cry when the emotion comes. A lot of people have built literally diseases in their body because they've suppressed their tears. And a disease is nothing but dis-ease in your body. It's a release. And it's something that you have to get out so you can move forward. There is no way you can be whole and you have years and years of suppressed tears. There's no way you can be whole if you have years and years of suppressed tears tucked away inside of you. Lecrae said something that was so dope. He said, you can't heal unless you name the wound. I wanted to throw my phone at that screen. He said, you can't heal unless you name the wound. So in order to name it, you got to acknowledge it. And the best thing that you can do to a wound is release it. Some of you all just need to sit down and cry. Or when the emotion comes, let it out. Don't try to suck it back. Don't try to hold it in. Don't feel like you got to be the strong one, the warrior. You are strong. That's who you are. You don't have to take that title away because 3 tears drip down your eyes. You can cry and still be a strong woman. Baby, I cry all the time. Number 2. Guard your heart against fantasies and dreams. If you're tired of feeling sad, tired of going back and forth with the heartbreak, but you're healed, but you're heartbroken, but you're back and forth, guard your heart against fantasies and dreams. Because as women, we can create a whole life in our head, child. And that can be very dangerous because we having this whole relationship and ain't nobody there. We dreaming about this person at night. We can't wait to get to sleep because we thinking about this story that we've made up in our minds. Even thoughts like, if he comes back and asks for my forgiveness, I'm gonna take him back. What you're really saying to your heart and your soul is, let's create this false hope. Let's hold on to this person. Let's hold on to this dream, hoping he comes back. But what if he doesn't? That's another heartbreak. Another thought may be, if he leaves his wife, he said he was, but that's a fallacy because what happens is you're telling your self-esteem, my happiness, my joy is contingent upon him breaking somebody else's heart. And that's not right either. But even like we playing date nights or nightcaps or things that y'all used to do and places y'all used to go over and over and over in your mind, it's a trap. It's a trap. And this is what ends up happening. That person is no longer scarring you. That person is no longer holding on to you. You're holding on to that person. So what you're doing really is you're scarring yourself. You're scarring yourself. This is my routine. And this is what helps me all the time. I either listen to, first I'll pop up out the bed. I'll be like, not tonight, Satan. I don't do that every day because I would sound crazy. Okay, I keep it cute. But sometimes I do pop up. I'm like, not tonight. I'm not doing this tonight. Okay. And most of the time, I'll either play Louise Hay on YouTube or I listen to a playlist called Bible Promises Spoken. And both of them are very calm. And Louise's voice, she just do something to me. I've heard a couple people say they listen to sleeping podcasts. They have the podcast where you can just play it. And, on the podcast app, some of them, you could just play them back to back. They just keep going. So that might be an option for you. But those are my 2 go-to because you have to change your thoughts. And the only way you change your thought is by replacing it with something else. When you sitting up there talking about something, oh, get it out of my head, get it out of my head, that's not going to work because you're going to start thinking about it again. You have to give your mind something else to think about, something else to focus on. You have to tell your mind what to think, because if you allow it to control itself, you end up losing your mind. You will lose it if you don't control it. That's number 2. Number 3 is you got to change what you listen to, sis. I know. It's hard, but you got to change what you listen to. Especially after a heartbreak, I would say, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to say at least 3 months, honestly. I wouldn't say 1 month. That's not enough time. I'm going to say 3 months of not listening to Summer Walker, Her, Tank, Ella May. Oh, that's my playlist. But whatever your playlist is that's filled with sad music that got you in your feelings, skip it, sis. Skip it. Here's why. I was reading Psychology Today, and it said, you catch the emotions of others when perceiving their emotional expressions. What does that mean? You will take on the emotion of whoever you're talking to, whoever you're listening to, whatever is playing. Your subconscious is keeping track of even something that's sitting to the left of you or the right of you right now. If you're in your car driving, you are conscious of what's going on behind you, beside you, in front of you, what's going on in your car. If your cell phone got a text message, you're picking up on everything, right? Think about it. When your best friend calls you and she say, my son got detention today, my boss started yelling at me, I ate 2 pieces of cupcake, and she's saying that she said, you take on the emotion of your best friend because you care about that person without even trying to. And you hang up the phone and you like, child, why have I said? What is going on? I was happy before I got on this phone, So you really have to guard what you're listening to, because you can take on the emotion. So if you're going through a heartbreak, I highly suggest not listening to anything that's going to have you moping around or having you sad or having you replaying those fantasies, replaying those dreams that's tugging on your heart, that's tugging on your soul. Anything sad, anything slow, anything that's going to get you in your feelings, consider not listening to it. That's number 3. Number 4 is a clean slate. Clean slate, honey. This is so vital, okay? What I mean by this is pictures that you got saved in your phone, that teddy bear with the red bow, them saved threads of messages, all needs to exit stage left, okay? To the left, like Beyonce said, okay? It has to go, okay? It's pulling on your heart and you don't even know it because it's there in your subconscious. Reminders will keep your heart, keep your soul, keep your mind in the same rotation. It's like a playlist. Every time you walk past it, it's a reminder. Every time you look at it, it's a reminder. It's like another dig or another stab. Even social media, going back, looking at their pages, it's another reminder of what you lost or what you no longer have, or what you chose to walk away from, but you don't want it in your life anymore. So it's just a reminder of something that didn't work. So sometimes it feels like a failure, but I always think it's God's protection. But you don't want those things constantly being thrown back in your face. That's why I say clean slate, child. Clean slate. Number 5. This is my favorite one, baby. This is my go-to. It's my go-to. It's my go-to. Date night. Okay? It's time to date yourself. Okay? Even if you're in another relationship, that's cool. You can still be in another relationship and you're heartbroken from the last person. So I still highly recommend these. Date night. It's time to date yourself. Okay? When I say I love these, and I was talking to one of my sorority sisters, she was like, I just cannot find myself going on a date by myself. It just looks weird and stupid. Like you sitting there at the restaurant by yourself. Child, when I say I had the best time, this is why. There's nobody bothering you, okay? You don't have to wait on nobody to look through the menu and wait for them to take 60 minutes to pick out the thing they picked out first. You don't have to try to find something to talk about. You don't have to give advice. You know, it's literally about you. And if you're the type of person, I already know the type of people that tune in to the Soulcation podcast, you're go-getters. You're encouragers. You're the person that people come to, you know, get advice from. You're the person that's running the organization, starting the blogs. You're the person that's, you know, you're the game changers, right? So 9 times out of 10, everywhere else in your life, you have to be that person. You got to be that chick. You got to be the solution-oriented problem solver, you know? So one night a week or bi-weekly or twice a month, you deserve you time. Especially during heartbreak, you time is going to be the best time because you won't have people around you asking you where Charles is. Girl, where Charles? I don't know. Okay. I don't know where Charles is. We're not together. Okay. Can you stop asking me about Charles? Okay. You don't have to worry about that if you're at dinner by yourself. So take yourself somewhere really nice, somewhere super special, get dressed up, shave your legs, do your hair, put on your best perfume. Okay. Put on your best perfume. Side note, IDK, while we get into relationships, and we save our best lotion, our best perfume. We don't go get waxes or anything that we would want to get, especially if we're in a relationship, until we're in a relationship. And I don't understand why we do that. Shave now. Take yourself on nice dinner dates now. Listen, this is what I've done. Because I love date night with Denosha Renee Logan. Chat. The reason why when people come to my city, they're able to try so many different things is because I went and tried them first. If I had waited to go to different spots or different areas or try different restaurants, I wouldn't have anything to recommend for people to do. I would go to the same 3 or 4 spots. When people come to my city, I'm able to send them a thread of different options because I went and tried them out myself. And waiting around for other people, child, when I say you'll never do nothing, something always pops up, something always happens, because life happens, which is fair. But if you're waiting for people to try different things, you're going to be waiting forever. Anyway, back to my side note of my side note. Put on your best lotion now. Put on your perfume now. Do your hair, do your makeup, get your nails done, whatever it is that you like to do those things now. So when you get in a relationship, you're not acting. You're not putting on performance. You are already playing golf. You know, you are already making up your bed. You know, you are already shaving. Why is this important? If you take your whole self, your smelling good self, your been going to the gym, been eating kale salad self into a relationship, he'll really get to know all of you, the real you, not the one you created when you got in a relationship. And that's why when we look up, we be like, I don't even know who I am no more. Because you weren't being yourself. Be your true self right now by yourself. This is where you learn how to be at peace alone. There's nothing like a person that is at peace outside of other people. It's a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing. I was in Mexico with 20 women for my friend's 30th birthday party, my best friend's birthday party. And I went to lunch by myself. I went to a cute restaurant that overlooked the beach, had a cocktail, had me some mahi, and I had the best time, y'all. I got to center myself. I got to be quiet. I got to just look at the people that were playing around on the beach. It was amazing. It was the best lunch date in the most prettiest place that I've been in a long time. And that night I reconnected with everybody, had a great time, laughed it up, chopped it up, made some connections, still talking to some of the women that I've met on the trip. And it was all good. This is my point. There's nothing wrong or selfish or weird about enjoying your own company. There is nothing wrong, there's nothing selfish, and there's nothing weird about you enjoying your own company. Number 6, Miles Monroe said, nothing that you've been through is a surprise to God. Nothing that you've been through is a surprise to God. God knows that your heart is broken right now. He knows that you feel sad. He knows that you feel alone. He knows that you desire a relationship with somebody that takes you serious. He knows that you desire a relationship with somebody who wants to do the work to sustain a relationship. He knows you. He knows every single thing about you. He does. He knows you. So I think that our thoughts moving forward should be, I'm not alone. And I know that there is somebody that has my back, like my whole back, not a piece of it, not when I do something for them. Because he really is not like a tit for tat type of person. All right, if you come say one prayer, I'm going to have your back. Now he just got your back. He already rock with you, So think about it like this for the rest of your life, really. This is how we should view God. I am not entering into anything this next season, this next chapter. I'm not entering anything alone. I'm not going into this relationship alone, this next relationship. I'm not starting this business alone. I'm not filling out these applications alone. I'm not moving into this house alone. I'm not going up here to pitch myself alone. I'm not starting this podcast alone. I'm not starting this organization alone. I'm not doing anything alone. You're not alone. You might feel like it, but he's right there. You have a God that goes before you. He is behind you. He surrounds you. He lives in you. He puts amazing people in your corner, in your midst. Why do you think that you met some of the amazing people that you've met in your life? And if you haven't met amazing people yet, be open to the process of meeting somebody new this year. You're not alone. You're not doing anything by yourself. It may feel like it, but in the back of your mind, let that be something that's a replay. I'm not alone. I'm not dealing with this heartbreak alone. I'm not dealing with anything alone. My favorite quote, aka scripture, is the pain that I'm feeling won't compare to the joy that's coming. The pain that I'm feeling won't compare to the joy that's coming. The pain that I'm feeling won't compare to the joy that's coming. The way you feel right now, you're not going to feel like that always. I promise you, you won't. I promise you, you won't. I don't know if time heals wounds, but self-work, self-love, and the rebuilding of your self-esteem, that heals wounds. Naming the wound heals wounds. Crying it out, praying it out, meditating it out, reading the right books, surrounding yourself with right people, not sitting around listening to sad music, dating yourself, caring about your growth. The reason why a lot of people are depressed is because they choose to stay depressed, to stay sad. Some people choose sadness because it's their way of getting attention, because they get to play the victim. If you don't want that to be your story, if you don't want to live in consistent heartbreak by breaking your own heart, by staying in that just staying trapped or staying bound, you don't have to stay there. You have somebody that knows you, that cares for you, and that has your back. If you want to be healed, receive healing. If you want to consider yourself whole, take on that definition. But it has to be a consistent work of, I'm not going to stay like this. What I'm not going to do is sit in this heartbreak. In 2015, I probably listened to R&B music 3 times, maybe. My heart was so broken, y'all. So shattered. My self-esteem was crip walked on and kicked down the street. So I had to go on this journey of rebuilding who I really am and really getting to know myself. So I couldn't listen to sad stuff. I couldn't surround myself with women that were talking about how men trifling and none of them ain't no good and all this stuff. I couldn't hear that consistently over and over because that's not what I wanted to believe. That's not what I wanted to build my foundation back with. Like, it had to be positivity. And of course, it had to be the truth. But I surrounded I just literally just had to engross myself in me. I literally had to get a master's degree in myself. So if you're feeling heartbroken and you feeling like you're never going to come out of this, that's not the truth. You get to choose your healing. You get to choose your mind, your mindset. You get to reset your heart. And I honestly believe that you won't stay here always. I honestly believe that. I'm clearly like an example that you don't have to stay feeling like this. Anyway, the resource for this episode is What Women Don't Know and What Men Don't Tell You. Child, when I say this book is everything, I took it from my sister. Shh, don't tell her, y'all, top secret. And she's so mad because I done wrote on every page and in the back of the book. So she can't get it back, honey. But it's What Women Don't Know and What Men Don't Tell You. It's by Michelle McKinney Hammond and Joel Brooks. They snapping in this book. They giving the tea in this book. Trust me, you want your hands on this book. What Women Don't Know and What Men Don't Tell You. Again, thanks so much for tuning in to the Soulkation podcast. Make sure you leave a review. Let me know which nuggets you really pull from, something that you can use. Also, leave a comment. Well, that is leaving a comment, but make sure you rate the show also, because that's what helps us get into the hands and the hearts of other women just like yourself. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like this video and you subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you all on the next episode of the Soulkation podcast. Have a good one.